Welcome to Sports Talk with L-Beasley. Yeah, you see I got my hair done, no more ponytail. You know, it's gonna look better a couple days after it fall. But you know, just got my hair done, so if I don't look recognizable, my bad. But what I want to discuss just on this segment is I want to discuss Game 6. You know, this is right after Game 6. I just watched Game 6, Boston versus Miami. LeBron James played a hell of a game. Yes, he played a hell of a game. 45 points. He was on a mission. He did great. It's an impressive thing. But what I want to discuss, I'm gonna discuss the game itself. But first, let me say this. Yes, this was an impressive performance by LeBron. Anybody who knows me knows that I may not care much for LeBron James, but I always give him props and respect. Anybody who follows me on Twitter knows I'm the main one at the end of these games. Like, I want to see him be aggressive and go get it. But let me say this about LeBron James' performance. As much as I am impressed, 19 of 26, 2 of 4 from 3, you know, all these stats, as much as I am impressed with it, and I'm not saying that 45 is something he should give every day, I'm not going to totally commend him for stepping up. Because you want to know why? Because he should do it. That is what great players do. It's a great performance. I'm proud of LeBron for stepping up. This is what I've been waiting to see. But this is what, as fans of the game, we should see every game. Whether he scores 20, he steps up. Whether he scores 40 and he steps up. I don't care if he scores 80. Some days you're going to score 40, some days you're going to score 20. I just want to see him step up. Today, he was quiet, LeBron. He stopped yapping that mouth. He stopped complaining. He played the game. And you know what? I think if he did that more and actually stayed focused and had those KD, Kobe, Magic, Jordan type moments where he actually is focused in on the game, is not yapping towards the crowd, not looking at the crowd after every dunk, and just, you know, doing all this extra stuff, I think we can get this performance from LeBron every day. It should not take a Game 6 for him to do this on a regular basis. It should. I should see this. I'm not saying the 45 points. I'm just saying that focus. If he had played like this series could have been over already. And I'm not going to just put it on Bron. Wade, he ended the game with 17 points. I'm not that impressed with Wade. Once again, this slow start. Thankfully, not really. I mean, really, this was really all LeBron James type win. I mean, we had a couple role players who made a couple shots, but Chris Bosh's role obviously changed a little bit more as far as rebounding a little bit. But, I mean, this is a LeBron James win. That being said, I still don't think that he can win a series. We're not even a series. He cannot win a championship by himself. No player can. If that's the case, plenty of players will have rings by now. He's still going to need his teammates at the end of the day. Wade needs to step up. These slow starts are getting ridiculous. Chalmers, Battier, Udonis Haslem, you guys got to be ready. Mike Miller, y'all got to be ready to execute. You know, some of y'all do, some of y'all don't. Game 7 is going to be a dog. I'm not surprised that the Heat won Game 6. I'm going to say it now. I do expect them probably to win Game 7. My whole thing was if they won Game 6, I find it hard to believe they were going to go back home to Miami and lose. So I'm picking the Heat to win this 7-game series. Anybody who watched my show when I talked about the Eastern and Western Conference Finals knows that I picked the Heat to win anyway. So this is not like I'm jumping on the Heat bandwagon because LeBron James scored 45 points. Go back to my previous episodes when I talked about the Eastern and Western Conference Finals. I said that the Heat were going to win this series. Actually, I gave Heat even more credit. I said they were going to probably beat Boston in 5. I said maybe 6, but at the least 5. And now look at us. We're going to a 7-game series. So I'm not jumping on the bandwagon. I've been saying all season, or even all season, that Miami more than likely will make it to the finals. I've been saying that I think they're supposed to be there. They supposedly are the best team. But like I said, back to LeBron. As far as what, like I said, stop with the hating people as far as the 45-point game. Just give him a props for stepping up. But like I said, I'm not even stepping up. Just to give him props for having a great game and doing things that necessarily we haven't seen out of him before. But like I said, this should not be a one-time thing we see out of LeBron. I want to see the same attitude in Game 7. I don't want to see the 45 points in Game 7 because that's not what's important to me. I want to see that same confidence, that same give me the ball, that same aggressiveness that we do not see out of LeBron. We see him yapping. We see him doing this. I don't want to see that. I want to see the same LeBron I saw today. Like I said, it shouldn't take a Game 6. I'm happy that you stepped up. But you know what? You got one more game. You got one more game, LeBron. And like I said, you beat Boston. That's great. But you know what? You're supposed to do that. We picked you to beat Boston. There's only a couple people who really picked Boston to win this series. So I'm not going to commend you for living up to the hype that you created and that we give you. You're supposed to be the greatest player in the NBA. Step up and play like you're supposed to be. You play like MVP tonight. I got to give you credit for that. That's great. But I am sick of everybody just saying, oh, he's on beast mode. Oh, he came to play. It's game 6. You down 3-2. I would hope so. I don't care if you're MVP or not. I would like to think you're coming to play. You're down right now. If you lose tonight, your series, not your series, your season is over. Let's be real, y'all. So let's not commend him necessarily for that. Let's commend him for this, like I said, having a spectacular game and whatnot. But like I said, I'm sick of this. Like I said, he is supposed to do this. This is LeBron James, the so-called greatest player in the NBA. Some of y'all even claim he's better than Jordan. Players who are greatest and the greats, they do this on a regular basis. It doesn't take a game 6. They step up when it's game 6s, and they step up when it's no pressure. I don't care. This is what LeBron James is supposed to do. We got one more game to go, and that's going to show me a lot about the Heat. Not just LeBron James. I want to see what the Heat are going to do in game 7. A lot of people assume because they're going home, they're going to win. I think the home court advantage is key, but I also just think that, like I said, I just think Miami's going to the finals. Boston, I'm worried about them a little bit. This game bothered me. They look like they were hungover. It looked like they got drunk in Boston last night, and they just pretty much were hungover. I mean, that's with the exception of Rondo. Everybody else looked, KG missing layups. Some of y'all was right. Maybe all that dunking from last game, he's worn out. I don't know. But game 7 to me is going to be a nail biter. That's going to show me a lot about the Heat. It's going to show me a lot about the Celtics, but definitely the Heat. But like I said, and people, as far as this LeBron James, it's going to be my last thing tonight. As far as this LeBron James, we put him on a pedestal. I've been getting comments about this all night. Who are we to put him on a pedestal? We are not the people to put him on a pedestal. There is nobody should be put on a pedestal. But you know what? That's the way of the world. When you are a public icon, even when you're not, I got people put me on certain levels and pedestals. Some people put pressures on me that I don't even know about. It's just the way the world is. We're not going to always agree, okay? All I can do is analyze. And like I said, anybody who knows me, I'm not somebody who just sits there and, dogs LeBron James. I just talked about D-Wade. So I don't want y'all to think, oh, Lauren don't like LeBron. If y'all know me, I don't like him, but I give him his props, okay? Y'all know me. I give him his props. I have no issue with LeBron James when it comes to that. When you earn everything that you get, I give you props for it. When you fail or you fall short, I call you on it. Because I'm like, you know what, LeBron James, you're supposed to be the great one, man. You the chosen one. Do your thing, man. Step up to the plate. When you don't take the shot, I get mad. Because I'm like, come on, LeBron. I want to see the shot. I do that with anybody. When Paul Pierce didn't step up, Paul, what you doing? When Wade doesn't step up, I constantly call him out on that. Sometimes I don't even talk about LeBron James. I just talk about Wade. So I do not want to hear this, oh, Lauren, you just talk about LeBron James. No, I don't. Anybody who really knows me or follows me on Twitter or Facebook knows that I give LeBron James props. I just call it like I see it. He had a spectacular game today, or I say tonight. Great job, LeBron James. I hope you bring that same focus and intensity for the rest of your career. Not for the rest of the series, not for just this playoffs. I want to see the rest of your career, LeBron, because if you truly tap into that, you can be the greatest. You will be the greatest. That is what the greats do. That's what I want to see out of LeBron James. Like I said, I can't wait for Game 7. I'm going to talk more about Game 7, my predictions and all that jazz, who's going to win and why. But thank you for tuning in. If you know how it is, you got comments, you got topics, whatever it is you want to discuss with me, or you want me to know, email me, tweet me, message me. I don't care. Hit me up. Let me know what's going on. Leave comments on my site. Just let me know what's going on. I want to know what you think of this segment. I want to know what you think about my other segments. I want to know what you think about the other issues going on in the sports world. Whatever it is, bring it up to me. Let's talk about it. Once again, good job by the Heat. You didn't do nothing spectacular, and you was supposed to win or else your season's over. But, congratulations to them. I can't wait for Game 7. Thank you for tuning in to Sports Talk with L-Beasley.